Tuftadan gelfa, horisidan gelfa. Tuden tufblag fandibu gelfa, horisidan gelfa inogan gelfa. Undasta gelfa, ufta gelpis. Shia fade gurisa tuftidan debat. Kolo tuftivan rebut, papoilta. Tuoda. Helmo tunfusi nipirongan ikelfa. Tuftadan gelfa, horisidan gelfa. Tuden tufblag fandibu gelfa, horisidan gelfa inugan gelfa. Punta.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. Noba murira tilai kuka. Kang nibora tong chitsa. Chesko yohabakaba nopi to ula. Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa shank kontimachit Baba Hassan shan. Noba murira tilai kuka. Achua pengti, yun patisa, di chuba jikutka naga, kingu mwa mulira dwana, kinba nikcha lora kun, Baba Hassan shan, noba mulira tilai kuka. Ciao baso.
Go on, leave me alone. I've got stuff to worry about. Racer stuff. Nothing you'd understand. Don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of secret. Ha! Sure. Race your bike out of that explosion? Everyone knows that the whole planet is gone. Nobody got out. I'm not in the mood for jokes, thanks. I've got things to think about. You wouldn't know anything about it. Deal with that Hutt Mata and you will understand. Until then, I just don't want to talk about it.
Tangabun shan nang. Wanga kun bis kin ba mularak. Choni yun tun gigi either dwana. Kava vulpa mulji gumana. Chinapala mula. Tonki ba non tontek. Tuni chachon kun ne mule rabast. Mucho shakapaka. Yi ki kun no ba mula draki chichon. Kakin cha na kwat na pon kon, wana kumbes, chi pala mulek, tonki pa nagnonek, tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest, uf mala nibo kurk. Tanga bok sha nagnong, kin kun shin kin, nikin kun na bule mule raji kun, chuni yun ni gigi aldwana, kava volpa muli kumana. China pala mula.
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it. Seems like every other person I meet is complaining about something. Well, it's not going to get better, so leave me alone. Trouble? Why would I want to make trouble with you? This planet has more than enough as it is. Nobody we've brought, that's for sure. Our expert said this rock was supposed to have mining potential to last for years. Nothing but garbage ore, good for nothing. You ever try to sell someone garbage? My name's Mud in 3 systems now. Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will. Oh, well, I wouldn't want that now, would I? Just leave me. Just hot air blow. Go on, leave me alone.
Maybe the Sith will give us more support here on Tatooine.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like. But I was back on Taris. It seems like a long time. I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore. Ask me again in a few years and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. Well, you should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy. Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Bazak. Ah, I'm sure you do, but I won't have answers. I leave other people to their business, and they leave me to mine. Really, you'll have to seek information elsewhere, but if you want some recreation, I've cards ready to play. Must I? An opinion would draw attention to myself. The Sith have shown what happens to things that draw their attention. All right, but remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
It's not that hard to understand if you listen. It's just odd.
I saw a crate dragon once. Well, not up close.
But Tara's gone.
And if the unit...
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Sure.
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help. Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People, Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance.
So these Jawas are scavengers who were enslaved by the Sand People. I think I am beginning to understand his plight.
Oh, it's you good hunting out there.
Ready.
Sure.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something. Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders. Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call. Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master. Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master? Translation. Translation. He refuses to waste breath on you until you are proven to be an ally of his people. He seems quite adamant about it. Please, let me blast him, Master. Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners. Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Yes?
Greetings again from the... I see that, but do you have the all-important chieftain's gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us. Then I'll take those off your hands, but the real prize is still out there. Yes, we're still waiting for you to return with the Sand People Chieftain's gaffy stick. I'll reward you well when you do. We don't have any new information on the subject. It's still possible that they have an enclave in the far south of the Dune Sea. And I would remind you that you did agree to do this task for Zerka Corporation. We expect completion in a timely manner. I should remind you that you were not retained as a diplomatic representative. You are a hunter, and should go after your prey as we agreed. You are not authorized to do anything other than deliver what was promised. Do so, and don't talk of this foolishness again. Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Ki mulira kun Baba has Chiwi aita ka chong chicha Agi inko tune chuna mulira Tangi wama jikona Tonki pa nonku nek abog Chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo Kun mulira slimo poiwanga Tangi wama ji human ak in ikatune Chiwi aita ka chong chicha Agi inko tune chuna mulira Tangi wama jikona Tonki pa nonku nek abog Ki mulira kun kin Tong hit wama ag inko tune Baba Hassan Shan No ba mulira tilai kunka Kakincha nawabagaon Bagwa shank konti machit Ichuta Yun patisa Kimba nikcha lora kun Baba Hassan Shan No ba mulira tilai kunka Baba Hassan Ki mulira Baba Hassan Chiwi aita Chiwa ay chiwi aita Ki mulira Baba Hassan Ki mulira Kakincha
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb. I have always been hostile. Now that I need no longer rely on you and your primitive maintenance skills, I do not need to hide it.
Ki muli Baba has Chiwi ai Chiwa Chiwi ai Ki muli ra Baba has Kakincha Nawabaka.
Oh, it's you again. Good hunting out there.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us. Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do. Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators. Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death. Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask. Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics. Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish. Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course. Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation. Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere. Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
I'm tired of waiting, Comed. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe.
Jedi badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong batukas magtalea.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes.
Mucho siya pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun.
I'm tired of waiting, Comed. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Ka chik runda di. Ka chik runda di. Ka chik runda di. Ka chik. Runda di ho. Ka chik runda di ho. Ka chik runda di. Jedi badawana ni di bobo. Dong na bungsha. Runda di. Mucha shakbach. Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Jedi badawana ni di bobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Dong patukashmak talea. Une podo. Rananu prata donko shirkasha. Jum na apike. nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhunadektik. Shatung ni patoga. Wana kusbe ching palamule donke. Jedabadwana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukas magtalea. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Mucho shak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun.
Master?
Sure.
Statement. I believe there can be little doubt that we have found the star map you were seeking. I am surprised it is still working after all this time.
I do not think it is mere chance that we have found the star map here, in the lair of a great dragon. The star map is an artifact of the dark side. A great dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it. Come, we should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase. But nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time. Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep to protect. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
Fight with me! How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar. You never give up, do you? I admit, I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it. What? No, of course not. Not like that, anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? That is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Ikukuno no ba mulira jikun. Donghit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata ne punage. Dolpi kikiwana. Takom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Kuyami juz chikata na patoga ya fulki kokogala jiji. Gawana bot atagwa. Kagidora tikun watatimona ia bola. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun ne mulerabes. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikoyana. Dong patugas makdelia.
I still haven't heard a final figure on how many people died on Terrace.
Leave me be. If I don't get these converters working, I lose my job.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tanga buk sha nagnong.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tong ki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest. Wuf mala nibo kurk.
My mother's condition?
Ti umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chaba chisa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chi chan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Nichi kon chuva kin lorta ita kun.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chika don mulaka watayuma ka wamahona nek. Ashantington unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kick. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Kuya mi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun ma ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi.
My mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kick. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Kuya mi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun ma ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba mulira rachikun. Mucha shakpangpa.
Beth? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for him.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. An ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry. Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I don't have the holocron, if that's what you're asking.
Then what are you waiting for? Go find it.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. We have more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her. Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she didn't get it. I don't like that part of me. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I wish it... I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going.